Just so you know, Pedro Pascal's here.
Firstly, please turn off your electronic devices. Secondly, there will be a 15-minute interval halfway through the show. And lastly, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
This letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
She is very near by this. She was not 3 leagues off when I left her.
Have you lost many men in this action?
But few of any sort, and none of name.
Oh, a victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I learn here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honour on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Well, much deserved on her part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. She had borne herself beyond the promise of her age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion. She have indeed bettered expectation than you must expect of me to tell you how.
Oh, she has an aunt here in Messina will be very much glad of it.
Well, I've already delivered her letters, and there appears much joy in her. Even so much that joy cannot show herself modest enough without a badge of bitterness.
Oh, did she break into tears?
In great measure.
Oh, a kind overflow of kindness. How much better it is to weep at joy than joy at weeping.
I pray you, Signor Mantato returned from wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none in the army of any sort.
Who is it that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned. And as pleasant as ever he was.
Himself was built here in Messina and challenged Cupid at the flight, and my aunt's fall, reading the challenges, subscribed for him at the Bird Bolt. I pray you, how many hath he killed in this war? For I promise to eat all that he hath killed.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much, but he'll be meet with you, I doubt it not.
He has done good service, lady, in these wars.
You had musty victual, and he hath pulp to eat it. He's a valiant trenchman with an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
A good soldier to a lady, what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honourable virtues.
Indeed, he is no less than a stuffed man, but for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
You must not, lady, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wits between them.
Alas, he gets by nothing on that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went holding off, but now he is the whole man goodly with one. So if he has enough wit left to keep himself warm, let it be one that bears a difference between himself and his horse. It is all the wealth in the world to be known a reasonable creature. I pray you, who is his companion now? Every month he has a new sworn brother.
Is possible?
Very easily possible. He wears his face but in the fashion of a hat, ever changing with the next lot.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
No, he were, I'd burn my study. I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squarer now that will make voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
He will hang upon her like a disease. He's fast caught in the pestilence and the taker's presently mad. Oh, God help the noble Claudio. If she's caught the Benedict, it costs her £1,000 ere she be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Dear good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Oh, Don Pedro is approached.
Signora Leonardo! You've come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Oh, never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, happiness remains and comfort takes its leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Oh, my mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, madam, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, no! But then you were a child!
You have it in full, Benedict, though I guess it's by what you are, being a man.
Yeah.
truly the lady mother's herself. Be happy, dear lady, for you're like an honourable mother.
If Signor Leonato be her mother, she would not have a head on her shoulders, but all of Messina as like her as she is.
I will leave still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
Oh, what my dear lady disdain. Are you yet living?
Should disdain diaries, she has such food to feed it with as Signor Benedict. Courtesy yourself, Miss Comfort, to disdain if you're in her presence.
Then curtsy is a turncoat. For it is certain, I am loved of all the ladies. Only you accept it. And I have it in my heart, but not a hard heart. For truly, I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They also have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank my faith and my cold blood that I'm in your humour for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than hear a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, or some gentleman after shall escape predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse with a face such as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird in my tongue's better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse have the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep your way, in God's name, I am done.
You always end with a J's trick, I know you of old.
That is the sum of all Leonato. Signora Claudio, Signor Benedict. My good friend Leonato has invited us all. I tell her we shall stay at least a month, and she heartily prays that some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear she's no hypocrite, but prays from her heart. A month, yeah.
Well, if you swear, my lady, you shall not be forsworn. Oh, let me bid you welcome, lady. Being reconciled to the princess, your sister, I owe you all duty.
I thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Okay. Please, your grace, lead on.
Give me your hand, Leonato. We shall go together.
Okay. Right. Back it up.
Benedict, did thou not note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noticed them not by looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me for my simple, true judgment, or would you have me speak of my custom as being a professed tyrant of their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why? In faith, methinks she's too low for high praise, too naive for a bold praise, and too little for a great praise. The only accommodation I afford her that were she other than what she is, she were unhandsome. And being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport, I pray thee tell me thou truly likest of her.
Would you buy her to inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yeah. And the case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow? Or do you play the flouting jack to tell us Cupid is a rare hair finder and Vulcan a rare carpenter? Come. In what key shall a man take you to go into the song?
In mine eyes, she's the sweetest lady I ever looked upon.
I can see her without spectacles, and I can see no such matter. And then there's her cousin. If she were not possessed with a fury that sees as much in her beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intended on wife. Have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though. On the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Has it come to this? In faith, having the one personal wedding hat with suspicion? Shall I never see a bachelor of threescore again? Oh, go to in faith, and thou wilt thrust my neck into a yoke, wear the print of it, and sigh away Sundays. Ah, look, Don Pedro is returned to seek you.
What secrets have held you here that you followed not to Leonato?
I would your grace constrain to tell me?
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
Ah, you see, Claudio, I can be as secret as a shy man. I'd have you think so. But mark you, on my allegiance, she is in love. But with who? Now that's your grace apart. Mark how short her answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If it were so, so it were uttered.
Like the old tale, my lady, is not so, nor 'twas not so, but God forbid it should be so.
If my passion chase not shortly, God forbid it should otherwise.
Amen. If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You say this to fetch me in, my lady.
By my troth, I speak my thoughts.
In my faith, lady, I spoke mine.
And by my two faith and troth, my lady, I spoke mine.
So love her, I feel.
She is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be worthy or know that she should be loved. His opinion, fire cannot melt out of me. I will die at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic, in despite of beauty.
And never could maintain his part in the force of his will.
That a woman conceive me, I thank her. That she pull me up, I likewise give her my most humble thanks. But I have a recheat winded in my forehead or hang my bulge, invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. Because I will not do myself the wrong to mistrust any, I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, therefore my greater finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee, I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lady, but not of love. Prove I ever lose more blood with love than I'll ever get again with drinking. Pick out mine eyes with a ballad's maker's pen and hang me on the brothel house door for the sign of blind Cupid.
Well, if thou ever dost fall from this faith, thou would prove a notable argument.
If I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me. And he that hits me, let them be clapped on the shoulder and called Adam.
Well, as time shall try. For in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
Ah, the savage bull may, but yet ever sensible Benedict bears it. Pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. Let them signify under the sign that says, here lies Benedict, the married man.
If this should ever happen, thou would have been horn mad.
Well, you temporize with the hours. In the meantime, Signor Benedict, repair to Leonato's, commend me to her, and tell her I shall not fail her for supper, for indeed she has made great preparation.
I have enough matter of me for such an embassage, and so I commit you...
To the tuition of God, from my house if I
Let's
had it.
accept a line, your dear, loving friend, Benedict.
Nay, mock not, mock not. The body of your discourse is sometimes guarded with fragments, and the guard is slightly based on the ether. Ere you flout old ends further. Furthermore, examine your conscience. And so, I leave you. Woo.
My liege, now may you do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach her to learn hard lessons that may do thee good.
Hath Leonato any son, my lady?
No child but Hero, she's her only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudia?
Oh, my lady. When I went onward from this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye that had much rougher task at hand than to drive liking into the name of love. But now I have returned, and those war thoughts have left their places vacant, and in their rooms come soft and thronging desires, all prompting me to how fair young Hero is. To say I like her, I went to wars.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently. If thou dost love, fair Hero, cherish it. I will break with her and her mother, and she shall be thine. Was it not to this end that thou began to twist so fine a story?
How sweetly you do minister to love, but to know love's grief by his complexion. But do my liking seem too sudden, I would have slaved it with long entreaties.
The fairest grant is the necessity. I know we will have a revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and I will tell fair Hero that I am Claudio, and into her bosom I'll clasp my heart and take her here prisoner, and then to her mother I will break. In conclusion, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
This music.
She's very busy about it. But, sister, I have strange news that you dreamt not of.
Are they good?
They have good cover. They show well outward. Princess and Countess Claudio, walking in a thick peach alley in mine orchard, were first much overheard by a man of mine. The princess discovered two Claudio, but she loved my niece, your daughter, and meant to acknowledge it tonight in a dance. And if she found her Claudon, She went to take a present time up top and instantly broke with you of it.
Hath the fellow any wit that told you of this?
A very wise fellow. I was separate. You mentioned yourself.
No. We will hold it as a dream till it appear itself. But I will acquaint my daughter withal, that she may be the better prepared for an answer, if pre-adventure this be true. Well, go you now and tell her of it. Couple spoons, please. Cousin, you know what you have to do. I pray you go with me, friend, and I will use your skill. Okay, this busy time.
What the good year, my lady? Why are thus out of measure sad?
There was no measure in the occasion that reads, so for the sadness was without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it?
Not a present remedy, a patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou, being as thou sayest thou art born under Saturn, goest about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. That I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, smile at no man's jests, eat when I have stomach and wait on no man's leisure, laugh when I am merry, cool no man in his humour.
But you must not make full show of this until you can do so without controlment. You have late stood out against your sister, and she hath newly taken you into her grace. Where it is impossible, you should take true root, but by the fair weather you make yourself, it is needful that you frame the season for your own harvest.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in her grace. And it better fits my blood to be the stained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love of any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest person, it must not be denied that I am a plain dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog, therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here?
Horatio! Conrad!
What news, Horatio?
I come from a great feast. Your sister, the princess, is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any moral to the mischief on? What is she for a fool that betroths herself to unquietness?
Marry, 'tis your sister's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Oh, even she.
Oh, proper squire, and who? Which way looks she?
Marry upon Hero, Leonato's only daughter and heir.
Oh, a very forward-marched chick. How came you to this?
Oh, being entertained for a perfumer as I was smoking a musty room, comes me, the princess, and Claudio hand in sad conference. I whipped me behind the arras, and there I heard the princess say that she would woo Hero for herself, and having obtained her, give her over to Countess Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young starter before the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross her anyway, I bless myself every way. And you are both sure and will assist me?
To death, my lady.
Then let us to the great supper. Their cheer is the greater the time subdued. Would the cook were of my mind. Shall we go prove what's to be done?
We wait upon your ladyship.
Countess John here at supper?
I saw her not.
How tartly she looks. I can never see her, but I'm heartburned now or after.
She is of a very melancholy disposition.
She were an excellent woman, made just midway between herself and Benedict. One is like an image and says nothing. The other is too like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
Okay, then I've seen your Benedict's tongue in Countess John's mouth. And half Countess John's melancholy, it's in your Benedict's face!
Good foot, aunt, and enough money in her purse. Such a woman can win over any man in the world
By my troth, niece, thou shalt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she is too cursed.
Mhm.
Too cursed is more than cursed. And I shall ask God sending that way. For it said, God sends a cursed cow short horns. A cow too cursed, he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horns.
Just, if he sends me no husband, a blessing of which I'm on my knees day and night for. Lady, I could not endure a husband with a beard in his face. I'd rather lie in the woolen.
Oh, you may lie to a husband that hath no beard.
What would I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him a waiting gentlewoman. He that hath a beard is more than a youth. He that has no beard is less than a man. He that is more than a youth is not for me. He that is less than a man is not for me.
Well, then, go you into hell.
No, but to the gate. And there the devil will meet me. Like an old cuckold with horns in his head, and he'll say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven." This place is no place for maids. So I deliver, I up my eight. I deliver to St. Peter's in the heavens, and he shows me where the bachelors sit. There we live as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you'll be ruled by your mother.
Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, "Mother, as it pleases you." For all that, cousin, let it be a handsome one, or else make another curtsy and say, "Mother, as it pleases me."
Well, niece, I hope to one day see you fitted with a spouse.
Not till God make men of some of the metal that earth. Would I not grieve, woman, to be overmastered by a piece of valiant dust? To make a way for my life to upon a wayward marl? No, aunt, our none. Adam's sons are my brethren, and truly I hold it sin to match with kindred.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the princess do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
False to be in the music, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. If the princess is too important, tell her there's measure in everything, and dance out the answer. But hear me, hero. Wooing, wedding, and repenting is as a Scotch jig, a measure, and a sync pace. The first suit is hot and hasty like a Scotch jig, full as fantastical. Then comes the wedding, manly, modest as a measure, full of state and ancientry. And then comes repentance, and with her bad legs, spins faster and faster till she falls to her grave.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, aunt. I can see a church by daylight.
The revellers are entering us to make room. Move it. Help your aunt. Move it.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's go.
Lady, will you walk about with a friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say, "Nothing? I'm yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away."
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please,
And when please you to say so?
when I like your favour. For God defend the Luke should be like the case.
My visor is like Philemon's roof. Within the house is Job.
Why then, your visor should be thatched.
Speak low if you speak of love.
Well, I would that you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The heroes may cry, Amen.
God match me with a good dancer,
Amen.
and God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, clerk.
No more words. The clerk is answered.
I know you well enough. You are Signora Antonio.
At a word, I am not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit her.
You cannot do her so ill well unless you were the very woman. I know those dry hands up and down. You are her. At a word. Come. Do you think I do not recognise you by your excellent waist? Can virtue hide itself? Go to mum. You are her. Graces will appear. There's mum.
You not tell me who told you so.
No. You shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful that I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Well, it was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray, what is he?
Why, he's the princess's jester, a very dull fool. None but liberties delight in him. The combination not in his wit, but in his villainy. For he both pleases and angers men, and then they laugh and beat him. I'm sure he's in the fleet. I would he have boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. He'll but break a comparison to a me, which, peradventure, not marked or laughed at, strikes him into a melancholy. And then there's a partridge ring saved, for the fool will eat no supper that evening. We must follow the leaders. Nay, if they lead to any ill, I'll leave them at the next turning.
I know her by a bearing.
Oh, not you. Signor Benedict. Oh, you know me well, I'm he. Signor, you are very near my sister in her love. She is amorous on Hero. I pray you, dissuade her from her. She is no equal for her birth, and may do the part of an honest man in it. How know you she loves her? I heard her swear her affection.
I also heard her say so. And she swore that she would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquets.
Oh, mother
by the name of Benedict, but hear such evil news by the name of Claudio. 'Tis certain so the princess woos for herself, for friendship is a constant, safe in the office from the affairs of love. Therefore let every heart in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent, for beauty is a witch, which charms faith, melteth into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Therefore farewell, hero.
Claudio,
Yes, the same.
come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Either to the next willow about your own business, County. I pray you, what fashion will you wear your garland of? About your neck like the user's chain, or under your arm like the lieutenant's scarf? We must wear it one way, for the princess have got your hero,
I wish I had joys of her.
Why had I spoken like the honest Drovia? So they saw the bullocks. But do you think the princess would assert thee thus?
I pray you leave me.
How now you strike like the blind one? 'Twas the girl that stole your meat. You'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I will leave you.
Alas, poor hurt thou, now shall creep into sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The princess's jester. Well, maybe I go in that title because I am merry. Yeah. But I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is in the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person, and so puts me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor. Where's the Countess? Did you see her?
Troth, my lady, I have played a part of Lady Fame. I found her as melancholy as a lodge of wine. I told her, and I think I told her true, that your grace had got the goodwill of her young lady, and I offered her my company, even to a willow tree, to make her a garland, or bind her up to a rod as worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's her fault?
The flat transgression of a child! Who being overjoyed at finding a bird's nest, shows it to their companion they steal it.
What? The transgression is with the stealer.
Yet it had been amiss, for the rod had been made and the garland too, but the garland she might have worn herself, but the rod she might have bestowed upon you, who, as I take it, have stolen her bird's nest.
I would but teach them to sing, then restore them to their owner.
If singing aren't their sayings, by my faith, you say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice has a quarrel with you. The gentleman that danced with her told us she's much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the joints of a block. An oak with but one green leaf would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold of her. She told me, not thinking I'd been myself, that was the princess's jester. That was duller than a great Thor, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man on the mark, the whole army shooting at me. She speaks in poniards and every word stabs. If her breath was as terrible as her terminations, there'd be no living near her. She would infect the North Star. I would not marry her. Though she were endowed with all that Adam bad left him before he transgressed, she would have made Hercules turn spit, yea, cleft his club to make fire to come. Talk not of her. You shall find her in the infernal 8 of good apparel. I would to God some scholar come conjure her, for certainly, while she is here, a man may live as quiet as in hell, as in the sanctuary, where people do sin upon purpose to go thither. And so, all horror, disquiet, and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes!
Would your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand right now, that you can devise send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot. Do you any embassage to the pigeon meets from the whole free world's conference with this harpy? Have you no employment for me?
None to desire your good company.
Oh, God. Is a dish I love not. I cannot enjoy my lady tongue.
Come, my lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lady. He lent it me a while, and I gave him good use for it. A double heart for a single one. Married once before, he wouldn't offer me with fake dice.
You've put him down, my lady. You've put him down.
I would not hear do me, my lady, lest I be the mother of fools. I brought Countess Claudio, who you sent me to see.
But
sad, my lady.
Why then?
Sick?
Neither, my lady.
The Countess is neither sick, nor sad, nor merry, nor well, but civil Countess, civil as a orange? And something of that jealous complexion.
Faith, lady, I think your blazon to be true, though her conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name. I have broke with her mother, and her goodwill obtained. Name the date of marriage, and God give me joy.
Countess, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. Her grace hath made the match, and grace say amen to it.
Oh.
Speak, Countess, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I would but little happy if I could say as much. My lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give myself away to you and don't upon the exchange.
Oh, speak, cousin, if you cannot stop her mouth with a kiss, so she cannot speak neither.
Oh, that break now. Okay.
I, faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Indeed, my lady keeps on the windy side of care. I thank it, poor fool. Good Lord for alliance, goes to everyone else in the world but I. I'm sunburnt, I'll sit in a corner and cry hi-ho for a husband.
My lady, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Have your grace never come by a sister like you? Your father's got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Would you have me, my lady?
No. Your grace is too costly to wear, not unless I could have another for working days. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak with all the mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. And to be merry best becomes you. For truly you were born in a happy hour.
Yes, my lady. My mother cried, but then a star danced, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Oh, niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I beg your mercy, aunt, by your grace's pardon.
Oh my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
Oh, there's little of the melancholy elements in her, my lady. She's never sad but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then, for I've heard my daughter say that she hath dreamed of unhappiness and waked herself at last.
She cannot endure tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of soup. Traipsing in her.
She would make an excellent wife for Benedict.
That's a good one. By no means, lady. If they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad. It's a good bitch. Tell me what you told me. She'll like this one. Here, listen to this.
County, when do you need to go to church?
Oh, tomorrow, my lady. Time goes in practice till love know all her rights.
No, no. Not till Monday, my dear, which is just 7 nights and a time too brief to do all things in my mind.
I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labours, which is to bring Signor Benedict and Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not that to fashion it. I would have you three but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lady, I'm for you, though it cost me 10 nights watching.
And I, my lady.
And you, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lady, to help my cousin to a good husband.
Oh.
And Benedict is not the unhopefulest of husbands. That I know. That's what I can praise him. He is of noble strain, of approved valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you to humour your cousin, Beatrice, that she shall fall in love with Benedict, and I, with your 2 helps, will work on Benedict, that despite his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, and we shall be the only love gods. Come with me, and I shall tell you my drift.
It is so. The Countess Claudia shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
I'm a lady. But I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure to her. And whatsoever comes after her affections ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lady, but so covertly that no dishonesty would appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lady a year since how much in the affection I am of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman of Hero.
Oh, I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable hour of the night, appoint her to look out her lady's chamber window.
And what life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that would lie in you to tempt her. Go you to your sister, spare not to tell her how she hath wronged herself in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation you do mightily uphold, to a contaminated stale such as one Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Oh, proof enough to, I don't know, misuse the princess, vex Claudio, undo Hero, and kill Leonato. Seek you any other issue?
Only to despite them I will endeavour anything.
Go then, find me a meet out to draw them together. And tell them that you know Hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal to them both, as in love of your sister's honour who hath made this match, and your friend's reputation who is likely to be cozened with the semblance of a maid, that you have discovered thus. They will scarcely believe this without trial, so offer them instances, which shall bear no less than to witness me at her chamber window. Hear me term Margaret Hero, hear Margaret terming me Claudio. In the meantime, I shall fashion it so that Hero shall be absent, and therein shall such seeming truth of her disloyalty appear that jealousy shall be called assurance, and the whole preparation overthrown. Huh?
Greatest what adverse issue it can, and I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Oh, you're serious? Be you constant in your accusation, my cunning shall not shame me.
I will go presently learn the day of marriage.
1,000!
Girl,
Signor?
in my chamber window lies a book. Bring it to me here in the orchard.
I am here already, sir.
I know that, but I'll have thee hence and here again. I do so much wonder, the one man, seeing how much another one is a fool when she dedicates behaviours to love, will, after when she have lost such shallow follies in others, become the argument of her own scorn by falling in love. And such a one is Claudio. I have known, when there was no music in her, but the drum and the fife, and now she'd rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known when she would march 10 miles afoot to see good armour. And now she lies 10 nights awake, covering the fashion of a new doublet. She wants to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest one and a soldier. And now she's turned to orthography. Her very words are a fantastical banquet. So many strange dishes. May I be conversant and seal these eyes? I cannot tell. Nah, I think, not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it till she made an oyster of me. Shouldn't make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I'm well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not be in my grace. Rich she shall be, that is certain. Wise are none. Virtuous will never cheapen her, fair will never look on her. Mild will come not near me. Of good discourse will not I for an angel, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be whatever colour it pleased God. Oh, here come the princess and Madame Love. I will hide me in the arbour.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yes, my good lady. How still the evening is, almost as hushed on purpose for us to raise harmony.
See you where Benedict has hid himself?
Yes, very well, my good lady.
Come, Balthazar, we hear that song.
Oh good, my lady, tax not so bad for us to slander music any more than once.
I pray thee, play, and let me woo no more.
Since you talk of wooing, I will play. Since many royal doth commence a suit to her he thinks not worthy, yet he woos, yet will he swear he loves.
Come, play. If thou hold longer argument, do so in notes.
Well, note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine that's worth the noting.
Why, he's a very crotchets he speaks. Notes forsooth, and nothing.
Now, divine air, now their souls are ravished. It's not strange if sheep gutted held a soul out of men's bodies. Where the hell? A haul for my money when all's done.
That was really good. By my troth. A good song.
And a no player, my lady.
No, faith, thou plays well enough for a shift.
And if in a dog bust, they would have hanged him. And I pray to God his bad voice bode no mischief, for as I lieth, I'd heard the night raven. Come, what plague comes after it?
Yeah, Mary, dost thou hear, Balthazar? I pray thee, get us some excellent music for tomorrow night at Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lady.
Do so. Farewell. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, I, stalk on the fowl never sits. I never did think she would love any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behaviours seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
Ah! By my troth, my lady, I cannot tell what to think, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth, but counterfeit.
Faith like enough.
God, counterfeit! There was never counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well and the fish will bite.
What effects, my lady? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How you amaze me. I would have thought her spirits would be invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lady, especially against Benedict.
I should think it's the gold, but she speaks it too. Nearly got in heightened reverence.
He had taken infection. Hold it up.
Has she made her affections known to Benedict?
No. And swears she never will. That's her torment.
It is true indeed. So your daughter says, shall I that have so often encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
Yes, she says, as she's sitting in her smock 20 times a night. My daughter tells us all.
Now you talk of a piece of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, and when she writ it and was reading over, she found Beatrice and Benedict between the sheets. Oh! She tore that letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so modest to write to one that she knew would flout her.
But then, down on her knees, she sobs, weeps, cries, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God, give me patience.
I wish it bestowed it on me. I would doffed all other respects and made her half myself. I pray thee, tell Benedict. Tell Benedict of it and hear what he will say.
Very good, think you?
Hear it, surely she will die. For she said she will die if you do not make her love known. If she said she will die if you do not love her too. If she said she will die if he should woo her rather than bait one breath from her accustomed crossness.
She doth well, for if she were to make tender her love, 'tis very possible he'd scorn it.
The man has, as we both know, a very contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
If he shows some outward happiness,
Full God, and in my mind, very wise.
He does indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
Oh, as Hector, I assure you. And the managing of quarrels, some would say he is wise, for he either avoids them with great discretion or undertakes them with a Christian-like fear.
If he do fear God, he must necessarily keep peace. If he break the peace, he ought to enter into a quarrel with fear and trembling.
He doth well, for the man doth fear God, howsoever it may not seem from his many large jests. Well,
I'm sorry for her niece. Shall we seek out Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lady. Let him wear it out of her with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She'll wear her heart out first.
We'll heal it further from your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, but I wish he would modestly examine himself to see how little he is worthy of so good a lady.
My lady, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If you do not dote upon this exchange, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, which your daughter and her gentlewoman will carry. The sport will be when one holds the opinion of the other's dotage, which will be merely a dumb show. Let us send her to call him in for dinner. Yeah.
This can be no trick. The convent was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me. Why? I did not think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detraction and put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis true. I can bear no witness. And virtuous. 'Tis so. I cannot reprove it. And wise. But for loving me. By my troth is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument for her folly. for I will fall horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot enjoy during his age. Shall these quips and sentences and these taper bullets to the brain or a man from the career of his humour? No. The world must be peopled. When I said I'd die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I'm bid to send you to dinner.
Fair Beatrice. I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks, and you took pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the misery.
Yeah, just so much as you take a knife's point to choke a dove with awl. You have no stomach, fare you well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid you come to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains in those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That's as much as any pains I take from you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity on her, I'm a villain. If I do not love her, I'm a fool. I will go and get her picture.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlour. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice proposing with the princess and Claudio. Tell her that I and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Tell her to run to the pleach bower and hide her, where the honeysuckles ripen by the sun forbid the sun to enter. There will she hide her to listen our purpose. This is thy office. Bear thee well in it, and leave us alone.
I'll make her come. I warrant you presently.
Okay. Thanks, Margaret. Oh. You can go. Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee will be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made, which only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice went. She's right there. Margaret! Hey. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close by the ground to overhear our conference.
So anger we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue?
You don't talk. Go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false, sweet fate we lay for it. No, truly, girl, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the princess and the lady.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her a bit, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full of fortunate bed as ever Beatrice shall count upon?
God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape, nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. Yet certainly it were not good. She knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I
I never yet saw man how wise, noble, young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backward. If fair-faced, she would swear the gentleman should be her sister. If tall, why, a lance ill-headed. If short, why, an agate very vilely cut. If speaking, why, a vein blown with all winds. If silent, a block moved with none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, such copy is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd and from all fashions as Beatrice's cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me out of myself. She would laugh me into air, press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
But tell her of it. Hear what she shall say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. And truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. He does not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment. Having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman, Signor Benedict.
He is the only soldier of Italy, always excepted my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Signor Benedict, for shape, for bearing, argument and valour, goes foremost in report through Italy.
He hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you to be married, madam?
Right, every day, tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have thy both counsel me which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She is lined, I warrant you. We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some cubicles with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned with pride and scorn so much?
Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory can live behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart for thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to tie our loves up into a holy band. If others say that thou dost deserve, I believe it better than reporting thee.
I go toward Aragon once your marriage be consummate.
I will remain thither, my lady, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay, that would be of greater scorn than you gloss for your marriage as to present a child with a new coat and forbid him to wear it. I want Benedict for company. Though, from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he's all mad. For his heart thinks, his tongue speaks.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I, methinks you are sadder.
I hope to be in love.
Hang him true, there's no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched by love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang
You
it.
must hang it first and draw it afterwards.
What? Sigh with a toothache.
Where is but a humour or a word?
Well, everyone can master grief, but he that has it.
Yes, I do say he is in love.
There's no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be fancy to some strange disguises.
And if he be not in love, there is never the trusting the old sayings. Oh, brushes his hat, oh mornings. What should that boast?
Indeed, he seems younger than he
did by the tone of his voice.
Yet all to say, the sweet youth is in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy. Indeed, it has a heavy tale. Conclude. He's in love!
Nay, and I know who loves him.
I think I know that too. I warrant thee one that knows a lot.
Yes, and his ill conditions, and in the sight of all, dies for him.
She shall be buried with her face upward.
Yet this is no charm for the toothache. Good Signora, walk aside me a while. I've studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak with you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
Do I leave my kitchen?
No.
All my life to break with her about Beatrice.
Hero and Margaret play their parts. Now when the two bears meet, they will not find one another.
My lady and sister would save you.
Good den, sister.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you. Yet the Countess Claudia may hear, for what I would speak of concerns her.
Why, what's the matter?
Means your ladyship to be married tomorrow.
You know she does.
Oh, I know not that when she knows what I know.
Well, if there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
Oh, you may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me, by that I now will manifest. For my sister, I think she holds you well, and in dearness of heart have helped to effect your ensuing marriage, but surely soon till spent and labour ill bestowed.
What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a talking of, the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Your hero, Leonato's hero, everyone's hero.
Disloyal?
Oh, the word is too great to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse, think you of a worse title, and I will fit her to it. But wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight. You will see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her, but it would better fit your blood to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will come with me, I will show you enough, and once you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
Well, if I see her tonight, I will not wed her in congregation tomorrow. Where I should wed her, there I will shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I shall join you to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it wholly till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Day untowardly
The
turned.
mischief strangely thwarted.
Oh! Plague right well prevented! So will you say when you have seen the sequel?
Are you good people and true?
Yeah, or else it were pity, but you should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they had any allegiance in them, being chosen for that princess's word. Woo woo! Woo woo!
Well, give them their charge, good neighbour Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless person to be constable? What?
You okay, sir? Or George Seacole, for they can write and read.
Ooh. Well, come hither, neighbour Seagull. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favoured person is the gift of God. But to read and write comes by nature.
Both of which, Master Constable.
You have! I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favour, give God thanks. And for your reading and writing, let that not appear until there is such need of most senseless and unfit person to be constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you this lantern. Bear you this lantern. Your charge, you are to bid any man stand in the princess's name.
How if I'll not stand?
Thank you for watching. Alcohol equals death. Baby crying. Why then, you should take no note of him, but let him go, and presently call together the rest of the watch, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the princess's subjects.
And you are to meddle with none but the princess's subjects. And you are to make no sound in the street, for the babble should not watch. No, that's not right. The watch should not babble and talk at all.
We'd rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why? You speak like a most quiet and ancient watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Just ensure that your bills are not stolen. Well, you were to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk to get to bed.
How if they will not?
Why then? Let them alone until they are sober. If they then make you not the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, sir.
Yep. If you should meet a thief, you may suspect them by virtue of your office to be no true person. And with such kind of people, the less you meddle or make with, why, the better for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Do you know? No? Not very helpful. Truly, you may. But I think those that touch pitch shall be defiled. Therefore, if you do catch a thief, the best thing to do is let him show what he is and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
Stop. Truly, I would rather hire a dog by my will than a man with any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
Ugh.
How if the nurse be asleep and cannot hear us?
Depart in peace, bitch! Duh. And let the baby wake her with crying. For the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it bays, will not hear a calf when it bleats.
Is very true.
Thank you, just came up with it. Well, masters, this is your charge. You are to present the princess's own person. If you meet the princess in the night, you may stay her.
By Our Lady, I think he cannot.
5 shillings to 1 on it. For with a man who knows the statutes, you may stay a person, not without the princess be willing. For the watch ought not to offend, and it is an offence to stay a person against her will.
By Our Lady, I think it be so.
Well, good night. If any matter of weight chances occur, call me up. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and good night. Come, neighbour.
Well, sirs, we hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench until 2, and then all to bed.
Oh! One word more, honest neighbours. Pray, stay about Signora Leonato's door, for the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant. I beseech you. Come on.
What? Conrad? Jesus. Conrad, I say!
Here, man, I'm at thy elbow.
Max, I thought my elbow itched, and thereafter a scab with full, all bottle.
Oh, I think you an answer for that, but now, on with thy tale.
Would stand close to me under this porch, for it drizzles rain, and I shall, like a true drunkard, unveil all to thee.
Some treason, masters yet. Stand close.
Know that I have, of Don John, earned 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
I should rather ask if any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones, the poor shall make their price on it.
I wonder at it.
That shows thou art unconfirmed. Knowest thou that the fashion of a hat, or a doublet, or a cloak is nothing to a man?
Yes, it is apparel.
No, I mean the fashion.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
Oh, tush, I might as well say the fool's the fool. Seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that deformed. Has been a vile thief this past year and goes up and down like a gentleman. Oh, I remember his name.
Didst thou not hear something? No, 'twas the vein upon the house.
Ah. Sayest I to thou then, seest thou not what a deformed thief this fashion is? How giddily it turns about all the hot bloods between 14 and 5 and 30. How sometimes it is like the Pharaoh's soldiers in the Riki painting. How sometimes like God's bells priests in the church window.
Sure, yeah.
And sometimes it is like the shaven Hercules in the worm-eaten tapestry.
Yeah.
Or where his codpiece is as massy as his club.
All this I see, and I see that the apparel wears out the fashion on the man, and thou have got thyself giddy in telling me of the fashion, and shouldst not tell me of thy tale.
No, not so much neither, but know that I have tonight wooed the Lady Margaret, Hero's gentlewoman, by the name of Hero. She leans me out her window, wishes me 1,000 times good night. No, I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how my mistress, Claudio, and Don Pedro were planted and placed and possessed by my mistress to see off her far this amiable encounter.
And they thought Margaret was Hero?
Aye, two of them did. Claudio and Don Pedro. But my mistress, the devil, she knew that she was Margaret. Partly by her oaths, which first possessed them. Partly by the dark night, which did deceive them. But chiefly by my villainy. I have confirmed any slander that Don John hath thrown Hero's way. Away went Claudio, enraged. Swore that she would meet her as she was appointed at the chapel the next day. And there, in front of the whole congregation, shame her with what she saw overnight, and send her home again without a wife!
Stop you! The princess's name! Stand!
Call up the Red Master Constable! We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
And the deformed one is one of them. I know him. Weatherlock.
Masters.
You'll be made bring the full before, I warrant you.
Masters.
Never speak. We charge you, let us obey you to go with us.
We are likely to be taken up of a goodly commodity being taken of these late bills.
If you want to see a question, warren you. Come, we'll obey. Shut up,
Ursula, go wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
Oh, and bid her come hither.
Well. Troth, I think your other bravata were better.
What? No, pray thee, good Meg. No, I'll wear this.
By my troth, it's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this.
I like the new tie with an excellently, if the hair were thought browner. And your gown is a most rare fashion in faith. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown that they praise so.
That exceeds, they say.
By my troth, if there's a nightgown in respect of yours, with cloths of gold and cuts and lace with silver, set with pearls, down sleeves, side sleeves, and skirts round and adorned with a bluish tinsel. But for a fine point, graceful and excellent fashion, yours is worth 10 of it.
God give me joy to wear it, for my heart's exceeding heavy.
Will be heavier soon by the weight of a wife.
Fie upon thee! Art not ashamed?
Of what, lady? Of speaking honourably? Is marriage not honourable in a beggar? I think you'd have me say, and saving your reverence a wife, and bad thinking does not rest true speaking. I'll offend no one. Is there any harm in the heavier for a wife? None, I think, otherwise 'tis light, and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice else, here she comes.
Good morrow, cuz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Oh, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune? I'm out of order the tune, methinks.
Claps into light of love. That goes without a burden. Do you sing it, and I'll dance it?
Ye light of love with your heels. If your husband's his stables enough, he shall see you lack no barns. Oh,
a legitimate construction. I scorn that with my heels.
It is almost 5 o'clock, cousin. It is time you are ready. Oh, I'm so ill. Hi-ho.
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband?
For the letter that begins them all, H.
Well, and you'd not be turned Turk. There is no more sailing by the star.
What means the full tribe?
Nothing I, but God sends everyone their heart's desire.
This bird the Countess sent me. It is an excellent perfume. Oh, I'm stuffed, cousin, I cannot smell.
A maid and stuffed. There's goodly catching of cold.
My God, how long have you professed apprehension?
Ever since you left it. Doth not my whip become me rarely?
It is not seen often enough you should wear it in your cap. Oh, I'm so ill.
Get you some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. There is nothing else for a qualm.
Then thou prickest her with a pistol.
Benedictus? Why, Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus.
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant simply plain holy thistle. You may think, perchance, that I think that you are in love. Nay, by our lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor I list not to think what I can. Nor indeed I cannot think if I would think my heart after thinking that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love.
Sweet Margaret.
But Benedict was such a man, and now he has become another. He swore he would never marry, but yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The princess, the countess, Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gallants of the town have come to fetch to the church.
Help me to dress good cuz, good Meg, good Ursula.
Wow! This place is nice! Where is she?
Go towards her.
You!
What would you with me, honest neighbour?
Marry, ma'am. I mean, marry, ma'am. I would have some confidence with you.
Be brief. I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Well, ma'am, this is it.
Yes, in truth it is, ma'am.
What is it, good friends?
Good virgins, ma'am. Speaks little on the matter. Her wits are not as blunt as God help I would desire they were, but in faith, honest as the skin between her brows.
I thank God I am as honest as anyone living that is an old woman, and no honester than I.
Oh, comparisons are odorous. Palabras, neighbour Virgil.
Neighbours, you are tedious.
Oh. It pleases your worship. It pleases your worship to say so. But we are just the poor Dick's officers. But for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all on your ladyship.
All thy tediousness on me.
And £1,000 more than 'tis, for I hear as good exclamation on your worship as any other man in the city, and though I be but a poor man, I for one am glad to horror of it.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, ma'am, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, has taken a couple of as arrant knaves as any in Messina.
A good old woman, ma'am. She will be talking, as they say, when the age is in, but the wit is out. Well, God is to be worshipped. Well, two people who ride of a horse, one must ride behind. Oh, that is lovely. Well, God is a good man, and an honest soul in faith, as any that broke bread. But God is a good man, and not all men are alike. Alas, good neighbour.
Indeed, neighbour, she comes too short of you.
Gifts that God gives.
Okay, well, I must leave you.
One word more, ma'am. Our watch hath indeed comprehended two auspicious persons and would have them examinated before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it unto me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It will suffice.
Drink some wine, there you go, farewell.
Oh, my lady, they stay for you to give your daughter to her wife.
I'll wait upon them, I'm ready.
Go, good partner. Get near to the sexton and bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. There we are to examination these men.
And we must do so wisely.
Aye, we shall spare for no wit, I beseech you. Just get the learned writer to set out our excommunication and meet me at the jail.
Someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. And afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I can see it in your eyes that you despise the same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you for me.
Come, Friar, be brief, only to the plain form of marriage, and you shall recount their particular duties afterwards.
My lady, you come hither today to be married to this lady.
No.
To be married to her?
Friar, you come to marry her.
You come hither, my lady, to be married to this countess.
I do.
And if either of you know of any just cause or impediment why you should not be married, pray you, on your souls, to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lady.
Know you any countess?
I dare make her answer. None.
What people may do, what people dare do, what people deign do, not knowing what they do.
How now? Interjections. Why then some may be as laughing as ha ha ha.
Standing by Friar, mother by your side, do you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter?
As freely, lady, as God did give her me.
And what have I that may counterpose this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet princess, you learn me noble thankfulness. But here, Leonardo, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to a friend. She is a sign and semblance of her honour. Behold how like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth in cunning sin cover itself withal. With all that blood of modest evidence to witness simple virtue. Would you all that see her here swear that she is a maid by these exterior shows? For she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lady?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wand.
Dear lady, if you, in your own proof, have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made a feat of her virginity.
I know what you would say if I applied for her. That she would embrace me as a wife. But no, Leonardo. Never did I extend a word too large, but as a sister to her sibling that showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
It seems I ever otherwise to you.
Out on me! See me! I will write against it! To me, you seem as Dane in her all, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown. But you have more intemperament in your blood than those of savage animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lady well that she doth speak so wide?
Sweet princess, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonoured. I've gone about to link my dear friend with a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Man, they are spoken and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Leonardo, stand I here. Is this the princess? Is this the princess's sister? Is this face hero? Are our eyes our own?
All this is so, but what of this, my lady?
Let me move but one question to your daughter. For with that kind and motherly power you have in her, may she answer truly.
I charge thee do so as thou art my child.
God defend me, I'm beset. What kind of catechizing call you this?
That you may answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry the can hero. Only hero itself can blot hero's virtue. What but the man you were with yesternight? Betwixt the hours of 12 and 1. If you were a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my love.
Why then you are no maiden. Leonardo, I'm sorry you must hear this, but upon my honour, myself, my sister, and this grieved countess did see her, hear her, at that hour last night talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, where most like a liberal villain confessed to the vile encounters they shared 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they're not to be named, my lady, not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I'm sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero. What hero thou hast been, if half thy thoughts have put on the graces and thy counsels of thy heart. But farewell, most foul, most fair, farewell. Those of pure piety and impious purity. For thee I will lock up the gates of love, and on my eyelids shall conjure hang, where all thoughts of beauty may turn to thoughts of harm. And never shall it be more gracious.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Why now, dearest hero, wherefore you sit down? Come, let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, Benedict! On, pray! Take comfort, lady.
Fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame.
Why now, dearest hero?
Oh, dost thou the cup?
Wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why, doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she not here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero! Do not open thine eyes! For did I think that thou wouldst not quickly die, thought I, thy spirits were stronger than thy shames, I would, myself, on the rear would have approached, sworn at thy life! Grieve the happy one, why had I won? Why wast thou ever lovely in my eyes? Why had I not, with charitable hand, taken up a beggar's issue at the gates? I might have said, no part of it is mine. The shame derives itself from unknown loins. But mine and mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine that I was proud of so much that I myself was to myself not mine, valuing of her. She has fallen into a pit of ink that the wide sea hath dropped too few to wash her clean again, and so too little which may season give to her fountain flesh.
Man, be patient. For my own part, I'm so tired and wonder I don't know what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not, but by this last night I was 12 with her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Confirmed! Would the two princesses lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so when speaking of her foulness washed it away with tears, hence from her let her die?
Hear me a little. I have only been silent so long and given way unto this course of fortune. By noting of the lady I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions starting to her face, 1,000 innocent shames and angel whiteness beat away those blushes, and in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors these princesses hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my reading, nor my observations, which by experimental seal doth warrant the tenor of my book. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling, nor divinity. This lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. She not denies it. Why seekest thou then to cover with its use that which appears itself in proper nakedness?
Pause a while. Lady, who is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me I know none. If I knew more of any man alive than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. My mother, prove you that any man with me maintain the change of words, or that I yesternight maintain the change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
I think there is some misprison in the princesses.
Two of them have the very bent of honour, and if their wisdom be misled in this, the prat that lives in John, the bastard, whose spirit toil frames of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. And if they wrong her honour, the proudest of them shall hear of it. Time hath not yet dried this blood of mine.
Let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess is left for dead. Have her a while be secretly kept in and publish that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mournful ostentation, and from your family's monument hang mournful epitaphs, and perform all the rituals that appertain unto a burial.
What will come of this? What will this do?
Marry. This well carried shall turn slander to remorse. She dying, as must be maintained, upon the instant she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused by every hearer. So shall it fare with Claudio. When she hears hero died upon her words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into the Countess's study of imagination. And every little detail of her life shall come more apparelled in a more precious habit. Then shall she mourn and wish she had not so accused her, though she thought her accusations true. Let this be so, and doubt not but success shall fashion this event in better shape. But, falling but this be false, then the superstition of her death will quench the wonder of her infamy.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you, and though you know my inwardness and lovers very much wanted the princess and Claudia, I will deal this as secretly and justly as your soul should with your body.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine shall lead me.
'Tis well consented, presently away, for strange sores, strangely they strain cure. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yes, and I'll weep a little while longer.
Surely I will not desire that.
You have no reason I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. It's not that strange.
Strange is a thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say that I love nothing so much as you, but believe me not and her lie not. I confess nothing, or I deny nothing.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear it and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I'll make him eat it says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
When no sauce can be devised to be put in it, I protest. I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offence, sweet Beatrice?
You saved me in a happy hour, for I was about to protest that I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much in my heart that none of it is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
There is no love left in you. I am gone, though I am here.
Nay, but Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
Dare easier be friends with me than to fight with mine enemies.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
None proved in that right a villain. This slandered, scorned, dishonoured my kinswoman. Oh, that I were a man! What, bear in her hands until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation uncover slander, a mitigated record. Oh, that I were a man! I would eat her heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with the man out of a window and proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
My cousin is wronged. She is slandered. She is undone.
Beatrice.
Princess and counties, a princessly testimony, a goodly countess. Oh, that I were a man, for her sake. Or that I had any friend, there would be a man for my sake. But manhood is mounted into curtsies, valour into compliment. Men only turned into dogs and true ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules that lives a lie and swears by it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I must die a woman with grieving.
Beatrice, by this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you, in your soul, the Countess Claudia have wronged Hero?
Yes, as much as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge her. By this hand I'll render Claudio a dear account. By this hand I'll kiss thee. As you hear me, so think of me. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. Until then, peace be with you.
Is our whole assembly appeared?
Oh, Anna Watson for the sexton.
Looking for the sexton.
Which of the malefactors?
That is I, and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
The offenders that are to be examined. Bring them before Master Constable.
Aye. Yeah, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Pray, write down Bellecchio. Your Sirrah?
I'm a gentleman, sir. My name is Conrad.
Pray, write down a master, gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yes, sir, we hope.
Write that they hope they serve God. but put God first, for God should come before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and it shall so shortly be thought to be true. How answer for yourselves?
Oh, marry, sir. Come on.
A marvellous, witty fellow, I assure you. But I will go about them. Come hither, sir. They're tied up. Sir. Sir, I say to you, sir, that you are false knaves.
And I say to you, sir, we are none.
Oh, for God. They're in jail. Have you read that they are none? Let me do it.
Master Constable, you know the way to examine. You need to call forward the watch that are their accusers.
Fine, yes, that is the eftest way. I call forward the watch. Masters, in the princess's name, accuse these men.
This man, sir, said that Don John, the princess's sister, was a villain.
Write down Princess John, a villain. Why, that is flat perjury to call a princess's sister villain.
Oh, Master Constable.
Shut up! Silence, I pray thee. I do not like thy look, I promise you.
What else did he say?
Marry, that he received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
What? The fuck?
What else, fellow?
And the Countess Claudio did mean, upon her words, to disgrace Hero in front of the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, thou shalt be sent to everlasting redemption for this.
You at the end, what else?
This is all.
And this is more masters than we can examine. Princess John this morning is secretly stolen away, and Hero in this very manner is accused, and in this very manner refused, and upon this sudden grief has died.
Oh my God.
Master Constable, take these men be bound and brought to Leonato's, where I shall follow with their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Let them be in the
Get
house.
off, coxcomb.
Oh my fucking God! Oh, where's the sexton? Oh, let her write down a princess's officer! Coxcombs! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Bind them, thou naughty valet!
You're an accused.
That's just plain true.
You're an ass.
Conrad,
You're an ass.
Conrad, don't make it worse.
Dost thou not suspect my praise? Dost thou not suspect my ears? Oh, villain. Oh, thou art full of piety, and it shall be proved upon by good. Witness! I am a good man, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more like a prettier piece of flesh than any other. And I am one who knows the law. I am one who hath had games. I am one who hath had very fancy clothing and everything handsome about him. Oh, take them away! Oh, that I will rip down a fucking ass! Come, neighbor!
If you go and fuss, you will kill yourself. And 'tis not wisdom fuss to second grieve against yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls into mine ears, as profitless as water in a sieve. Do not give me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, but such a one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a mother that so loved her child, whose joy of her was overwhelmed like mine, and bid her speak of patience. And let it answer every strain for strain, and thus for thus, and such a grief for such, in every lineament, branch, shape, and form. If such a one will smile, and stroke her chin, bid sorrow wag, cry hem when she should grow, patch grief with proverbs, and make misfortune drunk with candle wasters. If such a one will bid her speak of patience, bring her yet to me, and I of her will gather patience. But there is no such woman, sister. For people can speak comfort to those that wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's virtue to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry loud in advertisement.
Wherein do people from children nothing differ?
I pray thee, peace. I will be flesh and blood, for there was never yet philosopher that can endure the toothache patiently. However, they have writ the style of gods or made a push at charm and sufferance.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakest reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied. This shall Claudio know, so shall the princess, and all those that wrong her.
Here comes a princess and Claudio hastily.
Good den. Good den.
Good day to the both of you.
Here you ladies.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste. Some haste, my lady, but fare you well, my lady. Are you so hasty now when all is one?
And they do not quarrel with us, old woman.
If she could right herself with quarrelling, some of us would lie low. Why, you're wrong, sir.
Thou dissembler, thou! I say, Claudio, thou hast so wronged mine innocent child, that thou slander hast gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried in a tomb with her ancestors, where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You speak not right, old woman.
Oh, my lady, I'll prove it, despite her May of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Away, I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so duff me? Thou hast killed mine innocent child. If thou killst me, thou shalt kill a woman.
She shall kill two of us, and woman indeed. But that's no matter. Let her kill one first. Win me and wear me. Come, answer me. Come, follow me, girl. Come, lady. Come, follow me, man. I'll whip you from your fine fence, nay! As I, a gentlewoman, I will.
Anthony.
Content yourself. God knows. I loved my niece, and she is dead, slandered to death by villains, but dare as well answer a man indeed, as I dare take serpents by the tongue. Children, apes, drag-outs, jacks, milksops.
Sister Anthony.
Hold yourself content. What person I know them ye, and what they weigh, even to the utmost scruple, scrambling, outfacing, fashion-mongering children, that lie and cog and flout, deprave and slander. Go, antically, show outward hideousness, and face off half a dozen dangerous words if they durst. And this is all.
But Sister Anthony.
Do not you meddle, let me deal in this.
Gentlemen, both, we will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but upon my honour, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lady.
I will not hear you.
No. Come, sister, away. I will be heard!
And shall, or some of us, will smart for it.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Ah, Senor, what news?
Good day, my lady.
Welcome, Senor. You've come to almost part a fray.
We have just had our two noses snapped off by two old women without tea. Leonato and his sister. What thinkest thou? Have we fought? I doubt we've been too young for them.
In a false quarrel, there's no true valour. I came to seek you both.
We've been up and down to seek thee. We are of high-brewed melancholy, which fain have it been beaten away. But that's what you so late.
It's in my scabbard, shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wits by thy side?
Never any did so, though many have them beside their wits, and I will bid thee draw it to pleasure us.
As I am an honest person, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man? What though to care to kill a cat? But I
Man.
have metal enough to kill care.
I shall meet your wit in the career you charge against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Pray then give him another staff. This is the last broke cross.
By this light, he changes more and more. I think he may be angry.
And if he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
And God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. And make good how you dare, what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death should fall heavy on you. Come, let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, and maybe have good cheer.
Well, what, a feast? A feast?
No, I have failed him, I thank him. He's been me a capon and carved head, which if I do not carve most curiously, say that my knife is naught. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Ma'am, your wit ambles well. It goes easily.
I shall tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. For an hour afterwards, she had to conclude that thou was the properest man in all of Italy.
Where she wept heartily and cared not.
Yeah, she did. But yet, for all that, if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly. The old woman's daughter told us all.
All and moreover, God saw her when she hid in the garden.
But when shall we set the savage bull horns of the sensible Benedict's head?
With the text underneath. Here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Very well, girl. You know my mind. I'll leave you now to your gossip-like humour. You break jest as braggers do their blades, which God be thanked hurt not. My lady, for many services, I must thank you, but I must discontinue your company. Your sister, the bastards, fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lady Lackbeard there, she and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with her.
He's in earnest.
In most profound earnest, and I warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And has challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing man is when he goes in his hose and doublet and leaves off his wit.
He is a giant to an ape, but an ape to a man of such a kind.
But soft you, let me be. Plug up mine heart and let me be sad. Did you not say my sister was fled?
Come, you sirs! If justice cannot tame you, she shall never waste such reason in her talent. And you be lying hypocrites once, you must be let to.
How now? Two of my sister's men bound, Braccio
so many. They have committed false report. Moreover, they have verified unjust things. Secondarily, they are slanderers. Sixth and lastly, they are quite annoying. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I'd ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I'd ask thee what is their offence. Sixth, and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reasoned and in their own division, and by my troth, there is only one meaning well suited.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learnt constable is too cunning to be understood. What is your offence?
Sweet princess, let me go no further to my answer, and let this countess kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not uncover, these shallow fools have brought to light.
Yep.
How they overheard me in the night confess to this man, how your sister paid me to slander the lady hero, how you were brought into the orchard to see me court Margaret in hero's garments, and how you should disgrace her when you should rather marry her. These men have my villainy on record, which I would rather repay with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my mistress's word, and I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not his speech like iron through your blood?
I drank poison while he uttered it.
But did my sister set thee on this?
Oh yea, and paid me handsomely for it.
Then she is composed and framed of treachery, and she has fled upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now doth the image does appear in resemblance as I loved it first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. And, masters, when time and place shall serve, let it be remembered that he called me an ass.
Oh, here comes Mistress Signora Leonata, and the sexton too.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes. And when I note another man like him, I may avoid him.
If you would know your wronger, look upon me.
Art thou the slave that has killed my innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand two honourable women. The third is fled. I thank thee, princesses, for my daughter's death. Record it with thy high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your vengeance yourself. Penance to me of your own invention that can cover my sin. Yet I sinned not but in mistaking.
By my soul nor I. And yet to satisfy this good old woman, I would bend under any heavy weight.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, possess the people in Messina how innocent she hath died. And if thou love can labour aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb. Sing it to her bones, sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house, and since you could not be my daughter-in-law, be yet my niece. My sister hath a daughter, almost the very copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Noble madam, your overkindness doth bring me to tears. I do embrace your offer and dispose henceforth of poor Claudia.
Tomorrow morning then will I expect your coming. Tonight I shall take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought with Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your sister.
By my soul, she was not. She knew not what she did when she spoke with me. She's been right and trust in everything she has done.
Moreover, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Moreover, which is under black and white. This offender here, the plaintiff, did call me ass.
Oh.
I beseech you, remember it in its punishment, examine him upon that point.
I thank thee for thy cares and honest pains.
Oh. Your worship speaks like a most reverend and sexy youth. And I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains.
God save the foundation!
I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave with your worship 2 arrant knaves that you are to correct for yourself, for the example of others. God keep your worship. God restore your health. And if a merry meeting shall happen again.
No, I doubt it.
God prohibit it. I love you. I love you.
Tomorrow morning then, ladies.
We speak of you tomorrow, my ladies.
We will not fail.
Tonight I'm on with Hero.
Oh, what a day. Bring you these fellows on, and we shall talk with Margaret how her acquaintance came to be with these lewd fellows. Let the kettle on.
I pray thee, sweet Mrs. Margaret, deserve me at my hands by helping to speak to Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so hard a style, Margaret, though no living man shall come over it, for in comely truth thou dost deserve it.
To have no man come over me, why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is quick as the greyhound's mouth, it catches.
And yours is as blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, and will not hurt a woman, and so I pray thee, call Beatrice. I'll give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
If you do, you must put them in pikes with a vice, for they are dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, who I think hath legs.
And so will come. Sweet Beatrice! Wouldst thou come when I call thee?
Yes, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
I'll stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Let me go with what I came with, to know what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore, I'll depart unkissed.
Thou hast fried the words out of his right sense, so forceful thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must hear from her shortly, or I'll subscribe her a coward. Now tell me, for which of my bad parts does thou fall over me first?
For them all together, which maintain such a politic state of evil that no good part can intermingle with them. Now tell me, for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. A good epithet. I do indeed suffer love, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I'll spite it for yours, for I cannot love anything that my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession. There's not a wise man among 20 that would praise himself.
An old innocent Beatrice that lived in a line of good labours. If a man does not erect in this age his own tomb ere he dies, he shall no longer live in the monument as the bell rings and the widow weeps.
How long is that, thinks you?
Question. Why an hour and climber in a quartern room? Therefore it be most expedient for the wise, if Don Worm, her conscience, find no impediment to the contrary, for being praiseworthy, as I will bear myself witness, is praiseworthy. Now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you do?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. For I'll leave you now, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must go to your aunt. It has been proved my lady hero has been falsely accused. The princess and the countess mightily abused, and Don John, the author of all, is fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you depart to hear this news of me, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And moreover, I'll go with thee to thy aunt. Let's go.
Is this the monument of Leonato?
It is, Countess.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Death in guerdon of her wrongs gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou there upon the tomb, praising her when I am done. Now music sound and sing your solemn hymn. Now unto thy bones good night, yearly will I do this right.
Prayed, and look, the gentle day. Thanks to you, friar.
Good morrow, mistress.
Come, let us hence, and put on other weeds. Then to Leonato's we will go.
Hymen now with luckier issue speed, for which we rendered up this way.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
Oh, so were the princess and Claudio upon the error that you had debated. But methinks Margaret was in some fault for this, although against her will, as it appeared in the true cause of the question.
Well, I am glad all things sort so well.
And so am I. I was being forced by fate to enforce young Claudia for a reckoning for it.
Daughter, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hither, masked. Oh, the princess and Claudia promised by this hour to visit me. Sister, you know your office. You must be mother to Hero and give her to Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, Signor?
To bind me or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonato, truth it is, good Signora, your niece regards me with an eye of favour.
And my daughter, lent her, 'tis most true.
And I do, with an eye of love, requite her.
That sight whereof I think you had from me, from Claudio and the princess, but what of this?
Your answer is enigmatical, but my will is your goodwill may stand of ours in the state of honourable marriage, in which, good friar, I will desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my I help? Oh, here come the Princess and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Princess. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you determined yet to marry my niece?
I'll hold my mind.
Call her forth, sister. The fry is ready.
Good morrow, Benedict. What's the matter? Your face is full of frost and storm and cloudiness.
I think he thinks upon the savage bull. Fear not, man, or tip my horns in gold, and all of Europe shall rejoice, as all of Europe did once in lusty Jove.
Bull Jove had an amiable low, and some such strange beast leapt your father's cow, and in that noble feat got a calf, for much like you had his bleat.
For this I owe you. Here comes other reckonings. Which is the lady I must seize upon? The same as she, and I do give you her. Sweet then, you are mine. Why, let me see your face.
No. That you shall not. Not till you have sworn before this friar that you shall marry her.
Well, take my hand for this holy friar, and have me as a wife. Your life with me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other wife.
Another?
Nothing certain. One hero died defiled, but I do live, and surely as I live, I'm a maid.
The former hero. The hero that is dead.
Oh, she died, my lady. But whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement, I can qualify. And after all the holy rites have ended, I shall tell you all of fair hero's death. But meanwhile, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Soft and fair friar. Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
No.
Why, no more than reason.
Oh. Why then, your aunts, Claudio and the princess, have been deceived, for they saw what you did.
Do you not love me?
Drop no. No more than reason.
Why then, my cousin Margaret and Ursula were much deceived, for they saw that you did.
They saw you and I die sick for me.
They saw that you and I dead for me.
Ah, 'tis no matter. Then you don't love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Right, I've had enough of this. Come, cousin, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
And by my troth, he loves her. For here is a letter written in his own hand, a haunting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle. Here's our hands against our hearts. But come, I'll have thee. For thy dislike I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day, I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in consumption.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
How doth Benedict, the married man?
I tell you what, princess, a college of witchcrackers cannot start me out my humour. Dost thou think I care for a satire and epigram? No. If a man were beaten all with brains, there'll be nothing left but handsome at Banton. For a man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee. But being thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised, and love thy cousin.
Well, I had well hoped thou would have denied Beatrice, and that I may have cudgelled thee into a single life, and to make thee a double dealer, which is out of thy question, if thy cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly to thee.
Come, we're friends. Let us have a dance ere we are married, that we have light in our own hearts at our wives' heels.
No, we'll have dancing afterwards.
First of my word, therefore play music. Princess, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife. There's no more staff and reverend but one tickling horn.
My lady, your sister John is taking her flight. And brought with armed men back to Messina.
Think not her till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishment for her. Strike up the pipers!
Come on, Donny. I'll make you cute.
Got me good.
unreal. Here on the stage, behind the stage, you guys have been great. I'm so sorry we stripped them away from you for the past few months, and I feel like it's so worth it, every bit of it. It's just, they've given 100%, and they're so amazing. And it wouldn't be possible without our amazing directors and producers, and our amazing tech, and of course our beautiful, beautiful cast. So thank you all so much for coming. They're all yours, and we're just going to be faffing about a bit.
Special little thanks to Emma from Tech. Thank you so much.